Just would like to share from my experiences, and I think one thing that we can by the leading by VNU Ho Chi Minh City, maybe we can share together. For example, actually at the beginning when AU and HBN have to convince all the leader in Thailand or something. And even though we get the supporting from partner, maybe for example some documentation in or the beginning phase, how we plan 5 year, 3 year, and what exactly we can do, we can share to you in terms maybe to be as input for discussion in any level, even though inside the VNU or even though can include other university. In Thailand, one thing that we do very easily, but this is a symbolic to show the commitment in the first, for example, when the AUN HBN members in the southern part, or even though Chiang Mai University, we do MOU among university inside. For example, Prince of Songkhla University, they set up one event and they call for the nearby university in the southern part and do like a MOU commitment together that we will work together, something like that. So as Jan Piapong said that if Vietnamese university would like to get the supporting from AUN in terms to convince the leader or even though AUN HBN, do not hesitate to inform us, and also I will inform the AUN secretariat about this thing also. And maybe even though can be raised up an agenda in the next coming rector board meeting.
Yes, thank you. Let me share some of the numbers to see that because we got a very good experience with AUN, especially AUN-QA. Remember, AUN-QA, when first established, there's only 30 members, 30 core members. In Vietnam, we have 3, in which VNU Ho Chi Minh is one of them. And by 2005, 2006, we start to learn about QA. In 2009, we have the first assessment. And in Vietnam, in 2014, another university start thinking about building QA. And only in 10 years, from 2014 to 2025, right? You see the number of members of AUN-QA go from 40 something now up to 179. In Vietnam, from 3, now we have 50 members of AUN-QA. Why? Because everybody see the foundation, the framework, the criteria, the partner. And even the Vietnam Ministry of Education adopts AUN-QA framework to be national framework. So from that experience, I very strongly believe that with the HURS and AUF, it can develop much more faster.
Just want to add up with the comment from the Chief about the establishment of the networking within the country. And first, to go with Dr. Vivat this morning, he said, then UNHBN will compete with UNHBN. No, we collaborate together. Sorry. In the beginning of my role in UNHBN, I experienced some difficulty when going to the member, of course, because every university has its own thought, its own policy. It depends on how they look at the healthy university content, whether it is a university agenda, national agenda or not. Since not many universities look at that correctly. For example, the problem that Director Phongsak just mentioned, the increasing number of the NCDs among the young generation, that shouldn't be happening. Office syndrome with students, they sit off, they play games, they less activities. So the solution is that to encourage them to do more physical activity. This is in the HUF, Healthy University Framework. I would say that the HUF is kind of university guideline that you run the university in the entire system, not only health perspective, because in the system infrastructure, they have included all the dimensions that you manage: environment, facilities, support, any kind of support in there. And in the zero tolerance, frankly speaking, you cannot do everything zero, because there are still some people who don't wear the helmet, drive motorcycle into university. Some professors still go upstairs for smoking, something like that. But we stay together, we try to help them to quit smoking or to obey to the regulation. So it depends on how well the university see whether this is a very serious problem that has to be solved, whether this is a national agenda. If you go fast after period of time, because what I have learned that after the first 6 months, we try very hard. We made a roadshow. We go together with my staff to every university in northern of Thailand and try to inform them, and they just say, okay, I see, I will consider that. And a couple months later, there's nothing happening. But later on, somehow, when the entire countries just realize about how serious the problem, then they, we just want to discuss about making programs. At the beginning, I think the first year of evaluation, might be only 15 or less than 15 universities across Thailand. But last year, almost 40 or 30 that submit to the HURS system. And the member of the TU and HPN up to now is more than 130. Start from 6 universities. So I think it takes time, but not too long, because learning curve for Vietnam now is short, much shorter. We can share things that we have learned, we have experienced, that we have gained some value to avoid the reunion in chapter.
Thank you very much.